Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important tasks in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. Mr. Clerk, ring the bell. Ring the bell. Yes, I will check. Thank you, Mheshimiwa. I need also to be shown the extended chamber so that here we have quite a sizable number. The extended chamber, can I see it? Sergeant at Arms? Do you have somebody in the Hansard room to take us there? Sergeant at Arms Miriam, can we be shown? All right, thank you, it has come. Okay, Sergeant at Arms, we have quorum. Can you stop ringing the bell? Okay, good morning, members. So we can start the business for today, and I'll invite the clerk to read the order paper.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Proceed, please.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Okay. Honorable members, under this order, I have one communication to make, and it is about the BBI. Remember, you are part and parcel, a very important parcel of the Kenya society, and as leaders, you have the responsibility of involving yourself on matters that are of national importance, such as the BBI. I have a communication, honorable members, from the County Assemblies Forum, that is CAF, and it's a communication that's already been circulated to the different chapters of CAF. The letter is dated 18th of November 2020. It is by the chairman, CAF, Honorable Ndegwa Wahome, and it is addressed to all members of the county assemblies, and it is copied to the Secretary General, CAF, to all members of the Governing Council. This assembly is represented by Honorable Pauline Mene and Honorable Peter Mutiso, and the Speaker in the Governing Council. It is also sent to all speakers of the council, the leaders, all leaders of the minority party, of the whips of majority party, whips of minority party, but that doesn't mean that the deputy speakers are not included in the communication. So, honorable members, the following is the position of CAF on the BBI, so that you can be notified, being part of the process. Honorable members, following the launch on the 26th of October 2020 at the Bomas of Kenya, 1st of October 2020, deliberated on the contents of the report of the BBI and discussed key issues of concern to county assemblies. Consequently, the Governing Council formed a task force to consider the proposals that should go to on the BBI by the CAF, and the proposal was also tabled before the Governing Council on 22 speakers of leaders of majority and minority parties, of the whips of majority and minority parties, had a meeting on 17th of November 2020 and deliberated again further on that report. And they appreciated the importance of CAF having a common stand on matters in the BBI that affect devolution and also strengthening county assemblies, that is, the members of the county assemblies. And so from those deliberations, honorable members, the following are the issues that have been crystallized arising from the deliberations so far held, which form the position of CAF on the BBI. Number one, on Ward Development Fund. The Ward Development Fund should be at least 30% of the county development revenue. That is to say, the county assemblies are asking for 30% of the county government's development revenue. And the further position of CAF is that the County Ward Development Fund Bill, which is also part of the proposal under BBI, should provide for the administration of the Ward Development Fund in a similar manner as the fund that is under the National Government Constituency Development Fund. In other words, just the way the MPs operate, that fund should be the same way that the members of county assemblies should operate the Ward Development Fund. And I believe you know the importance of that. And further, CAF says that Parliament should pass the Wards Development Fund Bill 2020 within 6 months of the passing of the constitutional amendments. Remember, it can't be before, because the 30% is supposed to go to the Constitution. So once that is amended, the Parliament should pass that law to operationalize the Ward Development Fund. And if Parliament fails to do that, then each county assembly to proceed and legislate for the same to take effect. Number two, Empowerment of all legislatures for effective oversight. Honorable members, the position of CAF is that there should be equitable empowerment of county assemblies so that they can effectively undertake their oversight mandate. And equity should be the guiding principle in the mandate, functions, and benefits of both the national parliament and county assemblies. In other words, in the same way National Assembly is administered and operates, both on mandate and on benefits, should come down to the county assemblies, of course, in a truncated manner. And CAF says that the operational framework of the county assemblies should be harmonized with that of the national parliament to ensure effective and efficient oversight for development in counties. Number 3, inclusivity and shared prosperity. CAF supports the protection of special interest groups such as persons with disabilities, marginalized communities, underserved, and the poor. This has arisen from the report of the BBI. And CAF says that the proposed amendment to the Persons with Disabilities Act, number 2014 of 2003, should be expedited because the persons living with disabilities have not benefited from that act, even as it is existing. And further, for purposes of women, CAF position is that the proposal to amend Article 177 of the Constitution to include a sunset clause should be removed. We still need nominations in county assemblies as it has been happening for affirmative action. Number 4, financial autonomy of county assemblies. Members, you have had a nasty experience in the past, and I would say without any fear that this clause has been pushed mostly from the interest and force and influence of Machakos County Assembly. If you remember, we went without salaries for quite a while. And so CAF is happy that finally it is proposed that county assemblies will have a fund where the monies will go into and not going to that general county revenue fund. And out of that fund, county assemblies will be accessing their money directly so that they won't need to have a Form C, the famous Form C. And so CAF is saying there should be an immediate enactment of the proposed Section 24A of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, so that that fund is created to secure financial autonomy of county assemblies immediately. The amendment has no constitutional implication, so the position of CAF is that it should be done immediately. It doesn't have to wait for the constitutional process that is going on. Number 5, qualifications for election as an MCA. Honorable members, this has been a great concern for members of county assemblies, particularly on the requirement that Section 22 of the Elections Act, a member vying for county assemblies must have a degree. While CAF appreciates the importance of getting educated in the formal way and that having a degree is important, the position of CAF is that Parliament should amend that law immediately to delete that clause. The reason is that the members of public will decide who to elect to the county assemblies, whether or not you have a degree, because there are persons who don't have degrees and who are proved to be efficient leaders. It's not just about having the degree. But let it be known that we are not advocating illiteracy in county assemblies. We are saying that members are going to educate themselves, and indeed many have done it in difficult situations, but there are many, many more who haven't yet. So if this is going to be used as part of the requirements for elections in 2022, it's going to lock out very many members who are interested in being leaders in county assemblies. Number 6, honorable members, structure of the county executive committee. You have heard where we have said under paragraph 2 that county assemblies should be empowered in the same line as the national parliament. CAF noted that in the constitution it is proposed that 50% or some members from outside the parliament be appointed as ministers, while some members inside parliament also be appointed as ministers. CAF is advocating for a situation where a similar principle will apply in county assemblies, so that 50% of the county executive committee members should be appointed from among members of the county assemblies. The reasoning is the same as that has been advanced in the national government, because it was felt that ministers who are appointed from outside of national parliament are not coming on time to answer questions in parliament, and at the same time, there should be a closer connection between the people who are serving as ministers and the people who are on the ground, members of public. The members of county assemblies, having been elected by the public, can also represent them much better in the CECs and at the same time in county assemblies, without compromising the oversight role. Number 7, enactment of CAF into law. So far, honorable members, CAF has been asking and making demands and making efforts for CAF to be recognized in law, just like the COG, because it is the mouthpiece through which MCAs can voice their concerns, but that has not been the case. And many proposals have been made and efforts made, but up to now, there has been no positive result. So the proposal by CAF is that CAF should be recognized in law, and to that extent should be supported financially by the government, just like the COG is supported. And the failure to have those funds is what has actually weakened CAF. And remember, CAF is you and every other member of the assembly. Finally, honorable members, operationalization of county associations and partnerships. CAF has noted with great concern that there is a proposal to amend the County Governments Act 2012 to insert Section 23A into the County Governments Act, which provides for creation of what we have been calling economic blocks through just a gazettement by the National Treasury and legislation by the Senate. The question has been, county assemblies have been given the mandate to legislate for matters that affect counties, particularly your county government. You also have the mandate to pass budgets. You have the mandate to approve and pass policies. Why is it that now some powers outside the assemblies are the ones that are going to decide on economic blocks? The position, and Honorable Maitha here knows that he's been leading a committee, joint committee, and other members that have been coming up with a legislation for the SECEB in this region. But apparently now all that power is to be taken away from county assemblies. So we are saying that county assemblies are the ones that must legislate for matters of economic blocks within their regions, because they are the same ones who are going to approve the budgets to run those blocks. They are the same ones who are going to do the oversight of the use of public funds by those economic blocs. So, honorable members, those are the issues that CAF felt we need to agitate and to stand by. And I know each of the sectors in Kenya have been voicing their positions. You notice that what CAF has come up with is what will strengthen devolution and what is going to strengthen county assemblies or MCS. So members, the CAF leadership will soon be coming to address you and to give you details. These are headings. Within the headings, there are details. They will come around to give you the details and then to hear your views on those details. And that is not going to be just Machakos, but they will be going to all the assemblies in Kenya. I appreciate that the collection of signatures is being launched tomorrow. That is all right. It is still part of the BBI process. But members, remember, you need to have your position as well. And so that you can also educate the public that you interact with. They'll come asking you questions. You should be able to answer the questions. So, honorable members, this is a communication of the Speaker. There will be a forum for further discussion later. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 3, messages.
Proceed.
Order number 4, petitions.
Proceed.
Order number 5, papers.
Proceed.
Order number 6, notice of motion.
Proceed.
Order number 7, statements.
Honorable members, under this order we have a statement by the Honorable Majority Leader Mark Mwendo from the House Business Committee. Honorable Mark Mwendo called me in the morning and told me that he has a personal pressing issue for the next 2 weeks. Is not available, but I know the Deputy Majority Leader is here. But I also appreciate that the Minority Leader is here. Protocol demands that it's Minority Leader who reads it. Thank you very much. Honorable Kamitu. Assist here, assist on the mic. You cleanse it for the Honorable Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I'm Alex Kamitu, MC at Tala Ward and lead of minority in this great house. Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee met on Monday, 23rd November 2020 to ballot business for the House as forwarded by committee and honorable members pursuant to provisions of the Standing Order number 151, sub 5. The committee reviewed business balloted for 24th November 2020 as reported on 17th November 2020 as it had received a request from the chairperson of Education Committee to have his business transacted in the morning to enable him attend other matters of the county in the afternoon. The committee reviewed balloted business for 24th November 2020 and balloted business for 1st and 8th December 2020 as follows. 1. Tuesday morning, 24th November 2020 at 10 a.m. A. The Machakos County Village Polytechnic Bill 2019 by Honorable Daniel Kiilu, Chairperson Education Committee, second reading. 2. Tuesday afternoon, 24th November 2020 at 2:30 p.m. A. The Machakos County Health Service Bill 2019, second reading by Honorable Cosmas Masesi, Chairperson Health and Emergency Services Committee. 3. Tuesday morning, 1st December 2020 at 10 a.m. A. The Machakos County Cooperative Enterprise Fund Bill 2019, Committee of the Whole House, and third reading by Honorable Moses Mita, Chairperson Agriculture Committee. 4th, Tuesday afternoon, 1st December 2020 at 2:30 p.m. A. The Machakos County Health Services Bill 2019, Committee of the Whole House, and third reading by Honorable Cosmas Masesi, Chairperson, Health and Emergency Services Committee. B, the Machakos County Village Polytechnics Bill 2019, the Committee of the Whole House, and third reading by Honorable Daniel Kilu, Chairperson, Education Committee. Fifth, Tuesday morning, 8th December 2020 at 10 a.m. A, Report of Agriculture Committee on the performance report for the Department of Agriculture for year 2019, stroke 2020 by Honorable Moses Masesi, Mita, Chairperson, Agriculture Committee. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minority Leader. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 8, the Machakos County Village Polytechnic Bill 2019, Machakos County Bill number 3, second reading.
Thank you. Honorable members, under this order we have one business by Honorable Kilu. Honorable Kilu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order number 121.1, I beg to move the motion that the Machakos County Village Polytechnics Bill 2019, that is Machakos County Bills number 3, be now read a second time. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and I request Honorable Angela Monasia to second my motion.
Honorable Angela.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Angela Munyasia, nominated by Wiper.
Sorry, Honorable Kilu, this seat has not been used. I think you can sit near there so that it saves you the trouble of walking back to your seat. Honorable Angela, please start again.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Angela Munyasia, nominated by Wiper Democratic Movement. I stand to second the bill.
Thank you. Honorable Kilu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to start with the committee mandate.
Honorable Kilu.
Madam
I
Speaker.
think we know your mandate, don't we know?
Exactly.
So proceed, even
the committee membership.
No, put the membership there for record because they want to know they one day legislated.
Advised.
Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Committee membership. Honorable Speaker, the membership of the aforementioned committee is as follows. 1, Honorable Daniel Kilu, the chairperson, Honorable Helen Ndeti, vice chair, and the following are the members: Honorable Jane Wawera, Honorable Phoebe Koki, Honorable Alice Nzioka, Honorable Justus Ndawa, Honorable Angela Monasia, Honorable Margaret Ndalana, Honorable Francis Kalumu, Honorable Joseph Musau, Honorable Geoffrey Kamulu, Honorable George Kingori, Honorable Benedict Mweni. That is the last member, that is Honorable Benedict Mweni. Committee Secretariat. The committee is facilitated by the following members. 1, MS Sarah Mwania, Clerk Assistant, and MS Dorothy Kingo, Legal Counsel. Introduction and the background information. The Machakos County Village Polytechnic Bill 2019, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 8, Machakos County Bills number 3, sponsored by the Chairperson Secretary Committee on Education, Honorable Daniel Kilu, was read a first time on 16th October 2019, pursuant to Standing Order number 119 of the County Assembly of Machakos. The bill was committed to the Secretary Committee on Education, which was mandated to facilitate public participation and take into account the views and recommendation of the public when making its report to the House, pursuant to Standing Order 123 of the County Assembly of Machakos Standing Orders. 4, The Machakos County Village Polytechnics Bill 2019, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 8, Machakos County Bills number 3, seeks to give effect to Section 9 of Part 2 of the 4th Schedule of the Constitution, provide for the matters relating to vocational training establishment and regulate village polytechnics and connect purpose. 2.2 Overview of the bill. 5. Part 1 of the bill provides for the preliminary provisions and sets out the objects and purpose of the bill. A. The bill as an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to give effect to Section 9 of Part 2 of the 4th Schedule of the Constitution to provide for matters relating to vocational training, the establishment and regulations of village polytechnics, and for connected purposes. B. Clause 3 provides that objects of the bill is to provide a legislative framework on the 1. Establishment of village polytechnics. B. Licensing and registration of village polytechnics. 3. Cooperation and consultation between national and county governments on the matters relating to village polytechnics. 4. Acquisition of occupational trade skills by a person through vocational training. 5. Innovation and creativity to enhance entrepreneurship in the county. And 6. Research to inform policies relating to vocational training. 6. Part 2 of the bill establishes the Machakos County Vocational Training Advisory Committee, its functions, vacancy of office, and remuneration. A. This part provides for establishment of vocational training advisory committee comprising of 1. The executive committee members responsible, I think there is a mention there of word 4, matters relating to education, who shall be the chairperson. 2. The chief officer responsible for matters relating to education or a designate not below the level of a director, who shall be an ex-officio member and the secretary to the committee. 3. The chief officer responsible for matters relating to finance or a designate not below the level of a director. 4. One representative of the managers of the county government village polytechnics nominated by a forum of all managers of county government village polytechnics and appointed by the county executive committee member. 5. One representative of the managers of private village polytechnics nominated by a forum of all managers of private village polytechnics and appointed by the county executive committee member. 6. 3 persons who ordinarily reside in the county and who have extensive experience in any of the following fields. A. Education. B. Social sciences. Or C. Public administration. 7. 2 persons who ordinarily reside in the county representing marginalized persons appointed by the county executive committee member. B. The functions to be performed by the Vocational Training Advisory Committee include 1. Advise the Education Committee member on policies relating to vocational training. 2. Promote, advance, and set standards relevant in the quality of education relating to vocational training. 3. Monitor and evaluate vocational training programs. 4. Undertake regular inspection of village polytechnics to ensure compliance with this act. 5. In consultation with the village polytechnic boards of management, oversee the operation and management of village polytechnics programs in the county. 6. Plan, develop, and coordinate the training and research in village polytechnics in the county. 7. Develop linkages and collaboration with the institution of learning, professional organization, private sector, and other institutions with similar objectives. 8. Issue guidelines and fees payable on courses offered by the village polytechnics. 9. Doing or performing all other acts necessary for the proper performance of its duties under this act or any other written law. C. Clause 6 of the bill provides for instances when the office of a member of the committee may become vacant. These include instances where a member resigns from office, unable to perform the functions of the office, convicted on offense and sentenced to imprisonment for a period of 6 months. D. Clause 7 of the bill provides that the members of the committee shall be paid allowances as may be approved by the executive committee members in consultation with the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. 7. Part 3 of the bill provides for the establishment and registration of village polytechnics. A. Clause 8 of the bill provides shall not operate a polytechnic unless it is registered under this act. Clause 10 outlines the application procedures for a successful registration of a polytechnic as follows. 1. An application for registration of a polytechnic shall be in a form prescribed by the executive committee member in the regulations. 2. An application for registration of a polytechnic shall be submitted to the director. 3. The director shall forward a copy of the application to the committee. 4. The committee shall within 15 working days after receiving the application, A. Inspect the polytechnic, and B. Interview the applicant to assess the suitability of 1. The equipment of the polytechnic, and 2. The persons proposed to be employed in the polytechnic. Number 5. The committee shall within 30 days after the inspection and the interview forward its recommendation to the executive committee member. D. Clause 11 states that a person making an application for the registration of a polytechnic shall pay the prescribed fee to the directorate. E. Clause 12 provides that the directorate may issue to the applicant for registration of a polytechnic a provisional license to operate pending the fulfillment of the conditions required by the directorate for the termination of the application. F. A provisional license issued shall cease to operate upon A. The issuance of a certificate of registration to the applicant, or B. The expiry of 24 hours after receipt of the notice of refusal of registration, or such longer period as the directorate may specify in the notice. G. Clause 13 provides for issuance of a certificate where the directorate shall, on the registration of polytechnic, issue a registration certificate and a license for the year which the registration has been effected to the applicant. H. Clause 14 outlines cases which may lead to revocation of a polytechnic as outlined below. 1. The registration of a polytechnic remains valid but may be revoked in the following instances. A. When an offense under this act or in respect of the licensed activity under any other written law has been committed by the license holder or any employee of the license holder. B. A condition of the registration license has been contravened or not complied with. C. Where the polytechnic is being managed in a manner which is, in the opinion of the executive committee member, harmful to the physical, mental, or normal welfare of the students. 2. Once the registration of a polytechnic is revoked, it is deemed to have been closed. 3. The director may serve a notice in writing and exceeding 6 months directing the manager to remedy a situation to prevent revocation of the polytechnic's registration. 4. Where a manager has not complied with the condition imposed under Section 3 with the stipulated period, the Executive Committee member shall revoke the registration of the Polytechnic and it shall be deemed to be closed. 5. Despite the provisions of this section, a Polytechnic shall be deemed to be closed if it is not in operation for a continuous period of 5 years.
I read 5 before the Polytechnic is closed.
Sorry?
And Honorable Kilo.
Yes?
5, it
5.
says despite, so is it 5 or 6? Or do I have a different version?
It's 5.
5.
Yes.
What does it read, Honorable Kilo?
Before the Polytechnic
Yes,
is closed.
that is it.
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
So, number 5, let me repeat. Before the Polytechnic is closed, under subsection 3, the manager shall be given an opportunity to be heard, either in person or by a legal representative. 6. Despite the provision of this section, a Polytechnic shall be deemed to be closed if it is not in operation for a continuous period of 5 years. Number 1, clause 15 states that a license shall be valid for a period of 5 years from the date of issue and may be renewed on application by the operator of the Polytechnic in accordance with this Act. J, clause 16 provides that the Executive Committee member shall, within 60 days after the registration of a Polytechnic, publish the registration in the Gazette and in at least one newspaper with the national circulation. K, clause 17 provides for registration of a village polytechnic where the directorate shall register a polytechnic if it is satisfied based upon the written recommendation of the committees that the application is in order. L, clause 18 states that the manager shall display the registration certificate on the polytechnic in a conspicuous place on the premises of the polytechnic. M, clause 19 states that the polytechnic shall keep a register of all polytechnics operating in the county and shall include in the register names of the polytechnics and such particulars as the Executive Committee members may prescribe. 8. Part 4 of the bill deals with the management of village polytechnics. A, clause 20 provides for a board of management for every county government village polytechnic, which shall consist of 1, 2 persons who ordinarily reside in the sub-county in which the village polytechnic is situated. I think should be situated, Honorable Speaker. And who have extensive experience in any of the following fields. 1, education. 2, social sciences. Or 3, public administration. Number 2, 1 person representing the instructors of the village polytechnic. 3, 2 representatives of the community in which the village polytechnic is situated, not situated, is situated. Number 4, 2 persons who ordinarily reside in the county representing marginalized persons. 5, the manager of the village polytechnic who shall be the secretary to the board. Then B, clause 21 provides for application procedure as drawn below. 1, the committee shall in writing request the nominating entities to forward names of qualified persons to be appointed as members of the board of management. 2, the committee shall vet the members of the board management. 3, in nominating persons to the board of management, the committee shall ensure that A, the persons nominated to the board of management meet the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution. B, not more than 2/3 of the members of the board of management are of the same gender. 4, the committee shall forward the names of the executive committee member for appointment. C, clause 22 provides the functions of the board of management, which is 2. 1, ensure efficient management of the village polytechnic. 2, oversee prudent utilization of resources of the village polytechnics. 3, ensure that the institution observe high standard of corporate and business ethics. 4, consider and approve annual estimates of income and expenditure of the institution. 5, source for donations, contributions, or grants, or raise funds for events. 7, undertake other functions as may be necessary for the discharge of the functions of the institution. D, prevent a member of the Board of Management from holding the office if a member, 1, is unable to perform the functions of the office by reason of mental or physical infirmity. 2, 4, resigns in writing to the executive committee member. 5, is found guilty of professional misconduct by the relevant professional body. 8, dies. E, Clause 25 states that if the position of a member of the Board of Management falls vacant, the executive committee member shall appoint another person to fill the vacancy. F, Clause 26 provides for filling of the vacancy. G, Clause 27 provides for qualification for appointment of manager in village polytechnic if that person, A, is a citizen of Kenya, B, holds at least a degree in technical education from a university recognized in technical field, and E, meets the needs, the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution, provided for time or part. C, demand and collect fees and other charges as may be appropriate. D, provide technical and consultancy services to business and industries as it may deem appropriate. E, provide a favorable environment which offers positive health and is conducive to learning and social development without compromising diversity or disability. F, undertake any activity necessary for the fulfillment of the functions of the institution. I, Clause 29 provides for the appointment of a non-teaching staff, while Clause 30 provides for co-curricular activities. Village polytechnics, which shall consist of 1, monies allocated by the national account government for purposes of the polytechnic. 2, any grants, gifts, donations, or other endowments given to the polytechnic. 3, such funds as may vest. Number 4, Clause 33 provides for annual estimates, while Clause 37, Part 6 of the bill for T member in consultation with the committee shall make regulations generally for the better carrying out into effect of general penalty. 30, public participation in legislative process. C, and 2, A and B, Part 196(1) of the Constitution and Standing Order number 123 requires all state officers and public officers to comply with the national values and principles of governance, which includes the public participation on the said bill. 9, in compliance with Article 10(1), A, B, C, and 2A and B, 196(1) of the Constitution, the office of the clerk can letter to forward their recommendation. 19. 10. In considering the Machakos County Village Polytechnic Bill 2019, the committee took into account the memoranda and oral submissions received on the issues arising with regards to each clause of the bill. 3.3. Memoranda from County Department of Education and Skills Training. 11. The committee reviewed one memoranda from the County Department of Education and Skills Training containing submissions relating to the following clauses. Clause 1, short title. 12. The title of the bill be renamed to read the Machakos County Vocational Training Centers Bill 2019. Justification. The County Department of Education and Skills Training submitted that the Technical and Vocational Education and Training authorities established under Section 6 of the Technical Vocational Training and Training Act 2013 directed that all village polytechnic within Kenya be renamed as vocational training centers. Clause 2, interpretation. 13. Amend the interpretation of the term trainee and manager to comply with the terminologies referred to in Technical and Vocational Education and Training Act 2013. Clause 4, Vocational Training Advisory Committee 14. The composition of the Machakos County Vocational Training Advisory Committee be changed as follows. A, delete clause 4.2c, which states that the chief officer responsible for matters relating to the finance or a designate not below the level of a director. B, insert the word technical before the word education in clause 4.2 F1, which states that 3 persons who ordinarily reside in the county and who have extensive experience in any of the following fields. 1, education. C, insert the following to be a member of the county, or the Machakos County Training Advisory Committee. 1 member representing all trainees within the county, and 2, the director, who shall be the secretary of the committees and shall have no voting rights. Justification of proposed amendment in clause 4. A, having 2 chief officers in the committee will create conflict of interest. B, there is need to have persons with the required expertise, skills, and training who shall guide in the effective implementation of the Act. C, the principle of the self-governance mandates public institutions to adhere to the principles of the participation and inclusion in decision-making. This is especially on matters that directly or indirectly affect persons to be affected by the decisions, hence necessities the trainers to be members of the Machakos County Vocational Training and Advisory Committee. D, there is need to a secretary of the Machakos County Vocational Training Committee, Advisory Committee, to be a member of the committee. The role of the secretary shall be day-to-day administration and execution of the mandate of the committee. Clause 5, functions of the committee. 15, incorporate the following changes to the functions of the Machakos County Vocational Training Advisory Committee. A, delete the word set from the following phrase and substitute, therefore, the word maintain. Promote, advance, and set standards relevant in the quality of education relating to vocational training. B, delete the word courses and substitute, therefore, the word trades. That is, issue guidelines on fees payable on courses offered by the village polytechnics. C, insert the following as a function of the committee. 1, collaborate and coordinate with other institutions for effective implementation of the Act. And 2, develop schemes of service for officers working for village polytechnics. Justification of proposed amendment in clause 5. A, the functions of the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority established under Section 6 of the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Act 2013 includes ensuring that there is uniform standards, quality, relevance, and harmonization of vocational training within Kenya in all polytechnic. The county government can only maintain the standards and relevance and quality of the education relating to the vocational training. B, trade applies in technical training fields. C, national and county government must in their performance collaborate with other institutions for effective implementation of its function. By collaborating with other institutions, internship will be offered to trainers. Part 3, establishment and registration of village polytechnics, that is clause 9 up to 18. 16, delete the following clauses. A, clause 9, requirement for registration. B, clause 10, application for registration of a polytechnic. C, clause 11, application to pay prescribed fee. D, clause 12, provisional license to operate prior to registration. E, clause 13, registration certificate. F, clause 14, revocation of registration and closure of a polytechnic. G, clause 15, validity of a license. H, clause 16, requirement to publish the registration of a polytechnic. I, clause 17, registration of a village polytechnic. Then J, clause 18, a registration certificate to be displayed. Justification to amending clauses 9 to 19. Technical and Vocational Education and Training Act 2013, Part 4, makes provisions for licensing, registration, and accreditation of institutions and trainers. Specifically, Section 17.1 provides that no person or institution shall offer training in Kenya unless the person or institution has been accredited and registered under the Act to offer such training. Clause 17. Incorporate the following clauses to establish the section panel for electing the members of the Board of Management of every county government village polytechnic. A. 2 persons who ordinarily reside in the sub-county in which the village polytechnic is situated and who have extensive experience in any of the following fields. 1. Education. 2. Social sciences. Or 3. Public administration. B. 2 representatives of the county community in which the village polytechnic is situated. Honorable Speaker, should be situated, not situated.
Okay.
C. 2 persons who ordinarily reside in the county representing marginalized persons. There is establishment a select panel. I think there is something missing there in that sentence to make it read well. I think it should be there is establishment of a selection panel.
Yes.
For appointing the above mentioned members who shall consist of the following persons. So we need to insert the word of there. A. Area chief where the village polytechnic is located. B. Ward administrator where the village polytechnic is located. C. Education officer. D. Principal of the institution. And E. Sponsor or proprietor in case of private institution. Incorporate a traditional provision to provide for principal of institution who do not have the following qualification, which have been stipulated in a bill once it is enacted by the Assembly. Justification. This shall allow for smooth transition of the activities. 3.4. Public participation forums. 19. As had been indicated, the committee held public engagement in 8 sub-counties and received both oral and written submissions. The following were the key observations and recommendations from each sub-county. I start with Kangundo sub-county. 20. Clause 1 be amended to read Machakos County Technical and Vocational Training Bill 2020. This is because the word technical will assist in raising the profile as well as attract partners who would wish to invest in the county. 21. The object and purpose of the bill be framed in a way to support the graduates of the institution after getting the entrepreneurial skills. This can be achieved by creating industrial parks which can be established in each sub-county to absorb the graduates to acquire employment. Further, insert the following phrases to clause 3E immediately after the words entrepreneurship in the county and value addition research to inform policies relating to technical and vocational training. Mwala sub-county. 22. Clause 1, short title, be renamed to read the Machakos County Technical and Vocational Training Bill 2020. 23. Clause 2, which provides for interpretation, be amended to incorporate the following changes. A. Insert the word new word and its interpretation thereof, therefore, accordingly. Industrial liaison officer who shall deal with matters of industrial linkages for job placement of the graduates and industrial attachments. B, delete the word manager and substitute, therefore, the word principal, which while retaining the interpretation. 24. Clause 8 be amended by providing that before any village polytechnic is established in each ward, public participation and consultation forum is undertaken in consultation with the area MCEs and the public. 25. Clause 22, 20 part 2, that is, be amended by incorporating the following changes. A, incorporate the following persons into composition of the Board of Management, County Government, Village Polytechnic. 1, a religious leader, and 2, a representative of interested persons from Juakali sector. B, incorporate a new provision providing for dissolution of the Board of Management which was not initially provided for. 26. Clause 27, be amended by incorporating the following as additional conditions for a person to qualify for appointment as a manager. A, at least a diploma and a degree in technical education should be an added advantage, and B, has a management course certificate. 27. Clause 30, which relates to the appointment of a non-teaching staff, be amended by providing that the non-teaching staff shall be remunerated by the county government. Machakos sub-county. 28. Clause 2, as it relates to the village polytechnic, be amended to read vocational centers. This will attract trainees with high academic qualification to acquire the technical skills. 29. Clause 4F, on the composition of the Machakos County Vocational Training Advisory Committee, be amended by providing that the following 3 persons who ordinarily reside on the county should be in the county, in the county, and have extensive experience in education, social sciences, and public administration must be residents of the county. 30. Insert a transitional clause which shall take into account the structures of the current existing polytechnics boards. Yata sub-county, that is. 31. Clause 1, on the short title of the bill, be amended to read the Machakos County Technical and Vocational Training Center Bill 2019. This is because Technical and Vocational Education and Training Act 2013 has already amended the word polytechnic to vocational training centers. 32. Clause 2 be amended by incorporating the following new interpretation of words. A, principal instructor, to mean, not it means. To mean a person appointed as the head of a county technical and vocational training center. B, deputy principal instructor assistant, to refer to the person deployed as the head of the county technical and vocational training center. C, industrial liaison office, to mean office established to deal with matters of industrial linkages for job placement of county technical and vocational training center graduates and industrial attachments. D, industrial liaison officer, to mean public office deployed in industrial liaison office. E, county technical and vocational training centers, to mean vocational training center established under this act to provide vocational training services. F, sub-county assistant director, to mean office appointed to coordinate, supervise programs for county technical and vocational training centers at sub-county levels. And G, county technical vocational fund, to mean a fund established under this act for improvement and establishment of county technical and vocational training centers. 33, incorporate a provision relating to the establishment of the Machakos County Technical and Vocational Training Center or Machakos Technical and Vocational Training Center Directorate as one of the administrative structure. Further, the following should constitute personnel of the County Technical and Vocational Training Centers Directorate as listed below. A, Director. B, appointment of Director. C, Assistant Director. D, appointment of assistant director, E, industrial liaison officer, F, inspection and quality assurance officer. 34. The bill should be framed to recognize the post of sub-county vocational directors for effective coordination of programs, reporting, and other related activities of the whole function. 35. Delete the word polytechnic and replace the word county technical and vocational training center on the subtitle. Part 3. Establishment and registration of the county technical and vocational training center. 36. Part 4 of the bill be redrafted to read Management of County Technical and Vocational Training Center. 37. Clause 25 of the bill be amended by redrafting A, the short title of the Bible of the bill to read Dissolution of the Management Committee. B, Clause 25 to read where, in the opinion of the executive committee member, that a management of committee has failed to discharge properly its functions, the executive committee member may in writing suspend the management committee from the exercise of the performance of all its powers and functions and appoint an interim committee to exercise and perform all the powers and functions of the management committees for a period not exceeding 3 months. Clause 38. Clause 26 of the bill be amended, A, by deleting the word manager and replacing it with phrase principal of the technical and vocational training center. B, in clause 26(2) to read, the county public service board shall appoint, deploy, transfer, or remove from office the principal in accordance to human resource manual. Number 39, clause 27, be amended by redrafting it to read as follows. On qualification for appointment, amended in reference to the scheme of service for youth training personnel to read. The principal of a vocational training center should be appointed by the county public service board on such terms and conditions set out in the scheme of service. The person is qualified for appointment as a principal if the person, 1, is a Kenyan citizen, 2, holds at least a diploma in technical education from a recognized institution in Kenya, 3, has at least 3 years experience in management level, 4, has at least 5 years experience in the technical field as an instructor, 5, possesses a management course that is diploma in education management, and 6, a degree in technical education should be an added advantage. Justification. This will warrant the serving officers opportunities for such posting and need for job promotion, inspire the trainees in those vocational centers to be hedged since the system of their training would offer them such an opportunity. The above requirement should be the core basis of such appointments through the Public Service Board. Number 40, part 5. On an official provision be amended by redrafting it to read establishment of the Technical and Vocational Training Fund. Number 41. Inside the following new provision in clause 32, that is, there shall be established Technical and Vocational Training Fund that is aimed at improving, developing, and maintaining the county Technical and Vocational Training Center. Kadiani Sub-County, 42. Clause 4, on the composition of the Vocational Training Advisory Committee, the public proposed that a representative of the county and person living with disabilities be included and also urge the gender parity to be observed. 43. Clause 5, on the functions of the Vocational Training Advisory Committee, the public proposed that the committee to liaise with stakeholders including NGOs and other companies so as to ensure that the trainees are offered scholarships and employment after successful completion. Further, they proposed that the committee should advise the county government on offering financial assistance to needy students. 44. Clause 6. The public proposed that the County Public Service Board shall be mandated to fill such vacancies that may occur in the county, Machakos County Vocational Training Advisory Committee. 45. Clause 8. On the establishment of a polytechnic, especially on the registration of private polytechnic, the public urge the county government to waive all fees. Is it to waive? Should be waive, not waive. Honorable Speaker, I stand guided. Should be waive.
It should be waived.
Yeah. Waive all fees and single business premise permits, SBP, applicable to its registration, and also ensure that the process is simple so as to encourage investors to invest in the private polytechnics. 46. Clause 11. On application to pay prescribed fee for registration, the public propose the fee be set constant at Kenya shillings 3,000. 47. Clause 20. On the board of management, the public proposed to have a representative of the youth and persons with disability, PWD, in the board. Further, they propose that the County Public Service Board should competitively source and recruit the board members. 48. Clause 3. On annual estimates, the public proposed that the manager shall prepare estimate of the revenue and expenditure of the polytechnic and forward to the county assembly for consideration. 49. Clause 35. On the annual reports, the public proposed that the board of management shall submit them to the county assembly, their annual reports for consideration. 50. On part 6, which provides for miscellaneous provisions and preparations of regulations, the public proposed that after the executive committee member should draft the regulations and forward to the county assembly for consideration and approval to operationalize the act. Mavoko Sub-County. Under part 3 of the bill, which provides for establishment and registration of village polytechnics, the public proposed that there should be at least one village polytechnic in every ward, after which more will be established depending on the population in the ward and in consultation with the area MCA and the public through public participation. 52. Under part 6 on miscellaneous provisions, clause 36, the public proposed that the word may be replaced with shall. 53. The board of management of every county government village polytechnic should have autonomy to ensure controls of any funds received and also to enable the board work objectively. 54. All the courses to be undertaken should be highlighted in the bill. Masinga Sub-County. The table below highlights the recommendation that was given by the members of the public during the consultative and public participation forum in Masinga Sub-County. Short title: to change to Machakos County Vocational Training Bill 2020. Justification: this is to accommodate the secondary school leavers. Number 2, clause 4F and 4G. To have a member with technical knowledge, youth and power people with a disability to be included in the board's justification. Polytechnics are technical institutions and then to be in line with the Kenya Constitution 2010 inclusivity. Clause 14.1a. Indeed, the clause which lead to revocation of registration of polytechnics if an offense is committed by the employee of the license holder. Justification: the institution should not be closed subject to individuals' mistakes as there are students involved. Number 4, clause 27. Qualification of a manager to be lowered to a diploma from recognized institutions, and where the institution is offered a diploma, the manager to have higher national diploma. Then to include PTA to represent the parents of trainees, then to change the name of students to trainees. Justification: the degree qualification considered to be too high for a village polytechnic manager. Number 5, clause 8. Consider registration and also have quality assurance officer, also space, that is land acreage, to be considered. Justification, to ensure compliance with the existing laws. Number 6, clause 25. Clarify the issue of appointing authority. The criteria when the board is constituted. Members appointed should be from within the locality of the institution. Then the procedure of appointing managers to be competitive as per the procedure of appointing board managers. Then people with disability and youth to be considered to membership. MCAs and administration to be ex officio. Justification for this, section 8 referred to as not related to appointments, and then for inclusion and also checks and balances. Number 7, clause 14. Issue of revocation of an institution to start from the county board of committees. Then the function of the committees to be clear and members to include technical persons, e.g. technical with skills in order to assist on the board. Justification is for authenticity, proper functionings of the boards, then advise the executive on youth employment policy. Then number 8, clause 21, application procedure for nominating panel is left out. Then justification, there is need to clarify the procedure to be followed. Matungulu sub-county. 56. The representative for the medically challenged should be incorporated with the composition on the board of management for every county government village polytechnic established in clause 20. 57. There is a need to do a rebranding of the name of village polytechnic to avoid the word village.
Is village bad?
Sorry. There's a need for rebranding of the name village polytechnics to avoid the word
Village.
village.
All right, let's go on. Honorable Kilo.
Okay. 58, clause 27, that requires 3 years of experience to accommodate youths who have never had an opportunity to give the 3 years experience to apply for jobs after completion of university or college be deleted. 59, the public proposed the following provisions to be inserted. A, that the idea that public ethics should be ended as a clause of its own. B, that the polytechnic should come up with the programs that are gender sensitive to ensure uptake of courses by female students. E, the government to think about having more and better courses that are demand driven to promote employment of the youth. D, the government to equip polytechnics with tractors for grading roads. E, to contemplate reducing or subsidizing fees charged by polytechnics. F, have an additional polytechnic within the sub-county. G, recruitment of more instruction to ensure quality training is done. H, that the national government, through the CDF and county government, should coordinate to ensure prudence and equitable distribution of resources meant to establish and equip polytechnics. 40, committee recommendations. In light of the above submissions in the memoranda, the oral representations made and the committee deliberated on the bill, and the committee recommends, long title, that long title of the bill is amended by deleting the word vocational and substituting therefore the word technical and vocational training centers. Clause 1, that clause 1 of the bill is amended by deleting the words village polytechnic and substituting therefore the words technical and vocational training centers. Deleting the phrase and regulation of village polytechnic and substituting therefore the phrase county technical and training centers. Clause 2, that clause 2 of the bill is amended by A, inserting the following new definitions in the proper alphabetical sequence. Board to mean the County Public Service Board established under Section 57 of the county government. County to mean the county of...
Just a moment.
Sorry.
Is something left there? Board to mean the County
Board to
Public
mean-
Service Board
Yeah.
established under Section 57 of the County Governments Act. Did they intend to say that or something?
Yeah, I think so. It should be like that.
Okay.
So let me repeat. Board to mean the County Public Service Board established under Section 57 of the County Governments Act. County to mean the County of Machakos. County Polytechnic to mean an institution registered under the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Act 2013 to offer vocational and technical training and includes village polytechnics and training centers as contemplated under Section 9, Part 2 of the 4th Schedule of the Constitution. Department to mean the department responsible for matters relating to education. B, in the definition of the word Board of Management, amend by deleting the interpretation of the word Board of Management and substituting therefore the following. Refer to the entire establishment and Section 10 to oversee the management of a public county technical and vocational training centers. C, in the interpretation of the word committee, amend by deleting the word vocational training advisory and substituting therefore the phrase technical and vocational training. D, in the interpretation of the community and community, amend by deleting the words village polytechnic whenever it appears and substituting therefore the word county technical and vocational training centers. E, in the interpretation of the word curriculum, by deleting the words village polytechnic and substituting therefore the words county technical and vocational training centers. F, in the interpretation of the word directorates, by deleting the words village polytechnics and substituting therefore the words county